Good morning, friends. Today we are going to learn about chapter number first. There are some concepts like services, mechanisms, attacks, the OSI security architecture, security model, and steganography. All these concepts we are going to learn in this first lecture. So after this lecture, again we will study about different types of the security attacks. Which are those? Okay, we will see the details of this one. But now we will see that what are the services, what are the mechanisms, and how the OSI security architecture model works. Then what is the use of the steganography techniques, how many different types of the steganographies are there. All these we will study in detail. Okay, let us start with first. We'll see some the background. So why the information security we require. The information security has requirements changed in recent times, and it is provided by physical and administrative mechanisms. So the information security is related to the information and data stored onto the computer. So that data must be maintained the integrity, confidentiality. Okay. And computer use requires automated tools to protect files and other stored information. So our aim is to protect the data here. Any third person or the illegal person should not access our data. So the data remains as confidential. Nowadays you can see that number of ways we can protect our data stored onto the computer. For example, we can have the folder lock is there. So you can provide the lock to the folder. So who is knowing the password, that person can access the file. Other persons are not able to access the file. So use of networks and communications links requires measures to protect data during transmission. So while transmission of the data, we have to provide the security. Okay, for that purpose we have SSL, TLS, with a number of security layers we have. Okay, that we will study into the next chapter. Now we'll see some definitions of the computer security, network security, and internet security. So we'll see that what is the computer security here. So it is the generic name for the collection of tools designed to protect data and thwart hackers. Okay, the computer security is related to protect the data which is stored onto the computer, and this data should not be hacked by the illegal users. So this is about the computer security. So the network security, what is the meaning of network security? So it measures to protect data during their transmission. Obviously the network security means that while we are going to transmit the data from one place to the other place, at that time whatever the data we are going to transfer, that data must be reached securely. So that this type of the security we can say that a network security. Now the internet security, So what is the meaning of internet security? So it measures to protect data during their transmission or a collection of a distributed system you can take, because all the computers are connected with each other. The data may travel from the one network to the other network. So through the router, through the tunnel, through the different types of the network. So everywhere we need to provide the security to our data packets here. So this is related to the internet security. Friends, we have the three types of the security we can provide. One is the computer security, second network security, and third is about internet security. So the name itself tells that what is the computer security, what is the network security, and what is the internet security. Now here you can see that the security trends, means the diagram suggests that what is the security trends here. Now here you can see that from the top or from the bottom to the top, the x-axis or to the horizontal line, it represents the intruder knowledge. The intruder means who is the illegal user or who don't have the any access rights. So such people are called as the intruder. And the vertical line shows that the attack sophistication. So what types of the attacks are there from the intruder? Okay, in that way this diagram shows that from the 1990 to 2001, okay, how many attacks are there? All the attacks it is listed here, but you can see that whatever the line is there, that line is always growing up. Okay, that line is not inclined to the horizontal line. Okay, always it is rising up. So you can consider that day by day, year by year, the security attacks are increasing. Okay, this is the you can consider about the security trends. Now you can see that the OSI security architecture. So you know that OSI means the Open System Interconnect. So that is called as the OSI security architecture. The ITU-T X.800 security architecture for OSI. Okay, it is named as the ITU-T X.800. So what does the OSI security architecture here? So it defines a systematic way of defining and providing security requirements. Okay, it is the systematic way of defining and providing a security requirements. For us, it provides a useful if abstract overview of the study. So the aspects of security. So there are three different aspects of information security here. So we are going to learn about the information security, and which these are three aspects we will study. The first one is security attack. The second one is the security mechanism. Third one is security service. So the first of all we need to understand that what are the security attacks are there, how they have listed. The second one we need to understand security mechanism. So what kind of the mechanism we can apply here. And third one security service. So what are the different security service we can provide. Okay, that we will need to understand here about aspects of security. Now here we will see that what is the security service. So it enhances security of data processing systems and information transfers of an organization. So it is related to the security of data. It is going to enhance the security of the data processing systems and the information transmission from one organization to the other organization. And it is intended to counter security attacks. So obviously we can say that it is designed for to make the counter security attacks using one or more security mechanisms. So it is implemented by using the one or more security mechanisms. So it often replicates functions normally associated with physical documents, which, for example, have signatures, dates, need protection from disclosure, tampering, or destruction, be notarized or witnessed, be recorded or licensed. So the signatures, dates, and need protection from disclosure, the tampering of the data or destruction of the data here. Now here you can see that the security services. So the first security service is that X.800. So what is contained inside the X.800, that we will see. A service provided by a protocol layer of communicating open systems which ensures adequate security of the systems or of data transfers. So it contains or it ensures the adequate security of the systems as well as the data transfers. So RFC 2828, a processing or communication service provided by a system to give a specific kind of protection to system resources. These are the two security services we have listed under the X.800 and RFC 2828. What contains inside the deeply, we will see here the security services in case of X.800. So there are different security services we can provide. The one is the authentication, second access control, third data confidentiality, fourth one data integrity, the last one is the non-repudiation. So we'll see one by one what is the meaning of all these services. So the authentication, so it assurance that the communicating entity is the one claimed. So it is the valid sender and valid receiver must be there while transmission of the data here. Access control, so prevention of the unauthorized use of resource. So whatever the resources are there, the resources must be used by the valid users or the authorized users. Okay, that comes under the access control. Data confidentiality. So the data confidentiality is that the protection of data from unauthorized disclosure. So the privacy or the secrecy of the data must be maintained. Okay, that is achieved by the data confidentiality. The data should not be the disclosed. So the data integrity, assurance that data received is as sent by an authorized entity. So the data must be reached at the receiver side with the same condition. The data should not be changed one. So that we can consider that the data integrity. Non-repudiation, protection against denial by one of the parties in a communication. So this is about the non-repudiation. The security mechanism. So what kind of the security mechanisms we have provided here? So it feature designed to detect, prevent or recover from a security attack. No single mechanism that will support all services required. However, one particular element underlies many of the security mechanisms in use. That is very important mechanism is that the cryptographic techniques. The next is the security mechanisms X.800. Specific security mechanisms. We have listed the two kinds of the security mechanisms. One is the specific security mechanisms and second one is pervasive security mechanisms. So what are the under specific security mechanisms here? The encipherment, digital signatures, access controls, data integrity, authentication exchange, traffic padding, routing control, and notarization. Okay, these are the mechanisms comes under the specific security mechanisms. Now, pervasive security mechanisms. So, trusted functionality, security labels, event detection, security audit trails, security recovery. So, all are the comes under pervasive security mechanisms. So here you can see that the model for network security. So how the perfect model you can prepare to provide the security here. So one hand, the left hand, it is that the sender, and again the right hand we can see the recipient or the receiver. In the middle one, it is that the trusted third party, for example the arbiter or the distributor of secret information. So what does the sender here? The sender is going to create the message and the sender is going to encrypt that message. Again this message is transferred at the receiver side through the information channel, and this data is received at the receiver side. So the receiver again is going to implement the decryption process, so he will get the original message, and in between the opponent or the hacker may hack the data here while transmission of the data from sender to the receiver. Okay, this is the perfect model for network security. So using this model requires us to first design a suitable algorithm for the security transformation. So we need to prepare a suitable algorithm for the security transmission. Second, generate the security information or keys used by the algorithm. Third, develop methods to distribute and share the security information. Fourth one, specify a protocol enabling the principals to use the transformation and security information for a security service. So this is, we can see here the opponent. The opponent may be the human, for example cracker, software, for example virus, worm. The information system is that the computing resources, processor, memory, IO, data, processes, software, internal security controls. And these are the access channels, that is the gatekeeper function. So using this model requires us to select appropriate gatekeeper functions to identify users. Second, implement security controls to ensure only authorized users access designated information or resources. So the trusted computer systems may be useful to help implement this model. So the summary, we can see that what we covered here. So we have considered the definitions for computer network internet security, the X.800 standard, security attacks, services, mechanisms, and the models for network security. All these points we covered till now. The last point we will see that the steganography. So what is the meaning of steganography? This is the important technique of the cryptography. So this is the art of covered writing. So here we are not going to implement the encryption and again the decryption. Meaning of the steganography is that just we are going to hide the message. So it hides messages in other messages. It conceals the existence of message. Conceals what you are communicating, and sending encrypted message would make you a spy. So there are different types of the steganography we have. That is character marking, overwrite with a pencil, invisible ink, pin punctures, the letter position on a page, drawings, codes, typewriter correction ribbon, micro dots, digital steganography, spectrum. So these are the different types we are going to implement in case of steganography. So the steganography example, news at weather, tonight increasing snow, unexpected precipitation. Smoother cisterns towns, be extremely cautious and use snow tires especially. Heading east, the highways are knowingly slippery. Highway evacuation is suspected. Police report emergency situations in downtown ending near Tuesday. So this is just an example of the steganography, just you can see here. So this is one another example of the steganography. What is the message embedded in the left figure? So we need to identify. So friends, we'll stop here.